Alright, now it's time to install the transmitter and receivers for the folding and the extending modules. You'll have a transmitter pack set, and the transmitter has two connectors on it right here, and it has a harness that says L for left or driver's side, and it has two wiring harnesses in it and some zip tie packs and some T-taps in it. On the passenger side, which is the right side of the vehicle, there's only one wiring harness in it, and the receiver has only one connector in it right here. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to install this in the door. Now you have two options. You can install it with the connectors up, but if the water drips down the door, it's going to get in the connectors and it could corrode them and then cause you problems. You don't want that. So I decided to install them down, which means after you drill the holes and get ready to run the zip ties, you have to connect these up first. And you can't mix up the connectors. One's got 8 pins, the other's got 6 pins, as you can see. So don't worry about that. All right, now to where we're going to put it is you stick it in here, and there's like a little plastic tab right here. See that right there? You want to butt this up against it, and then the other one is going to be over here close to this other one, but it won't go up all the way. So that's where you want it, right there. So now we have to locate the holes. Okay, now that I have the window up out of the way, it's a little easier to get it figured out. Stick my finger in there. Feels like it's right about here. So let me get this other one over here, and this other one feels like it's right about here. So I'm going to drill the holes and see if I'm close enough. And let's get the other one down here. All right, let's get the bigger bit in it. All right, let's get this drilled. All right, careful, those burrs will cut you. All right, let's line up our module and see if I guessed right. Yeah, this will work. All right, after you get the holes drilled, go ahead and take your boost wiring harness, the one with the double harness, find the one with 6 pegs, stick it in there. Go and find the one with the 8 pegs, or 8 pins, and stick it in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this up under the door like this. Just wrap the wiring over the top here. Grab you a large zip tie, either one of the boost ones or another one, and put this right here. I would say route this wire over this like this. The reason is so it's not gonna go into the door and get into the window. And then go ahead and zip tie it down. There we go. Here we go. And a little comment for Boost. Take the fuse next time and put it up under the light or under the window controls, so that if the fuse blows, you don't have to pull the door panel off. All you have to do is lift the light control. Later on, I may come back and splice these and move that fuse up top. But for now, we're just going to stick with what we got, and that's this right here. Make it tight enough so it's not going to sit here and rattle in your door. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and route the wires over to here and up to here. We're going to grab them, we're going to run them up to here, right there, and we're going to zip tie those on there. All right, grab the 2 wires that have the little red connectors and just route them up right up through here. You can see we're basically zip tying it following the path of the actual wiring harness. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. I've zip tied it here, 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 and then one up here, over here, and then over here. So the ones that you have left, the 2 small black ones and the 2 small white ones, we're going to take these and we're going to route them in the door. There we go. There we go. And we're going to route them up through here. All right, after you get the wires up here, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect this up to the power. And the gray one feeds everything else. Everything else in here, the gray one feeds. Whether you have a crew cab or a pickup, your power is going to come off this light blue and black one, and your ground is going to be off just your straight black one. So let's go ahead and we're going to put some little crimpy ties on that so we can tie these into them. Let's do the black one first. All right, here we go. So find this black one here. Pull this wire out a little bit so you can get to it. put the little cover over it, crimp it down. There we go. Whoop. All right, now let's get this let's get the power one done. And you want to use the blue ones, not the red ones, because of the size of the wire. There we go. All right, now for now we're not going to go ahead and connect ground and power up right now. We're not going to do that right now because we don't have the mirrors installed, so there's no reason to be drawing power to the modules. All right, let's go over and let's get the passenger side done. All right, on the passenger side, after you get your module in, go ahead and route your wires just like you did the other one. Follow the wire path. The ones that are going to go to power, the ones that have these two red connectors on it, it's going to go up here with this one. And you're going to be looking for the yellow, light green, and you're going to be looking for the black right here. And one caveat on this module down here is on the driver's side you have to have the windows unlocked, because that's where this power comes from for this window. And if it's locked, then there's no power here. So if you try to do your fold mirrors and extension mirrors, they won't work. So keep the driver's window in the unlocked position, and then route the other connector that goes to the boost mirror up here through this way, just along the regular stuff. And go ahead and zip tie everything up. You can cut these later if you want, or you can leave them there so you can get over here and release the tabs and do work on them if you want. Make sure your mirrors are disconnected on both sides, and then let's go ahead and get the mirrors installed. First thing we need to do is we need to get the old mirror off right here. You're going to remove this boot right here, and there's going to be 4 nuts on here. And this bottom one, leave the middle one, the smaller one, in there. You want to take the bottom nuts off first. A little stubby. Oh, this is a 11 millimeter, by the way. And just kind of angle this down like this, and then you can slowly bring it out, and there you go. So set that on the mat over here. There we go. Oh, this one seems to be a little stuck. Let me go around the other side and figure it out. Okay, I'll show you what it was. It was a little rubber grommet right here that was holding it in. Now you're going to have to put the new one in, so let's go around the other side of the door and slide that in. All right, one more thing. If you haven't taken this off here yet, go ahead and do that. You need to pull this little red thing back and then push this right here and slide it off. Also unscrew these. All right, before you put the mirror on, grab a socket with an extension on it, an 11 millimeter, and put one of those nuts in it so that when we get the mirror on there, we can come in from this side and screw that on. Grab this connector, shove it in this rectangle hole right here. All of this stuff, just stuff it down in the hole. Okay. Grab your nut, find the hole, stick it in there, and screw it on. It might be a good idea to stick something in the door so it won't close. The reason you want the door to stay open is so you can clear the dash over here. Once you get it started and it's holding, then you can just let go now and then move to the inside. Go ahead and put another nut on a extension, push the mirror forward, and go ahead and tighten it down. Do the same for the other ones. Tighten these down. They don't have to be super tight, just enough to compress the gasket on the other side. Just snug it, that's all it takes. And that's like that. You don't want to break the plastic on the other side. I've seen it where people have, on videos where people, pictures I should say, where people just broke them off. Now we need to move down below and connect it up. All right, to connect it up, just reach in, grab that connector. It was in there, there it is. Now both of the connectors are the same, or these little pigtails, adapter pigtails, so it doesn't matter which one you grab. So just grab one of them, go ahead and connect it up, pull this little bail back like that, push it in, and then lock it. Now you can grab your other connectors, like your mirror, connect it up. Now there's 2 connectors in here that look like this one. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to attach the other one, hold on. Okay, so when Boost sells these mirrors, they don't come with the heating harness, which is probably why you're watching this if you have this year truck, the 99 to 01. They don't come wired for heat. And the 2002 and up, they have a little square right here, and they have a connector that sits out here that those mirrors hook up to. The 99 to 01 don't have those. So if you see a video that says, you know, 99 to whatever, and then they show this connector, that's not your video. This is your video for the 99 to 01. So you need to connect up your heat connector, and you'll need to go black to black like this, or whichever color this ends up being. It's probably going to be black. This one should always be black, and this one will either be red or white. So then hook that up. All right. Then you're going to take your boost heat. Now there's two connectors that look alike, like this. One is for the truck. That's for your speaker. That'll be the green and orangish one. And the other one is going to be the black and white stripe and white. And that's the one that you want to hook your heat up to. So just push it in like this. There you go. All right, the next one is going to be your park and switchback, and that's going to be this white connector for the boost. Connect it up like that. There we go. Now we need to hook up the fold mirrors and the extension mirrors. You can't mix these connectors up, so don't worry about that. Just find the ones that have the same colors on them, like the orangish ones. Just put those together. Here we go. Put this up here. Go, and let's grab this one here. So there's another one here somewhere. There it is. And there's a little tab right here that goes on the locking thing. There we go. All right, so now the mirror is all hooked up. Now we have to take these, and we're gonna have to stuff them up in here. All right, go ahead and get your wire bundle and feed it back on itself. And zip tie it together just like that. Leave this one out. That's your speaker. Stuff it in the door right here. Route it around back through here, and then zip tie it here, or this wire bundle here. That should keep it out of the window. If you can't get it past this, then go ahead and pull this one off and route it behind it. All right, see that down in there? That's why you want to, this is the window track. This is why you want to zip tie all this stuff up right here. Okay, got this all zip tied to the main feed harness that goes through here. Now if you disconnected your motor, in order to get the harness behind it, go ahead and reconnect it. All right, we got this side all tucked in, back in here, down in here, down in here. Let's go do the passenger side. All right, before you test your mirrors, make sure you have this connector hooked up. If you don't, the mirrors won't work if you try to do the auto fold and the auto extend. After about 10 seconds though of it beeping, if this is disconnected or the power on this side is disconnected, the regular mirror control should start working again. But if not, check to make sure that your master driver's mirror lock is in the unlocked position. So go ahead and put all this back together, tuck all this back in here, and zip tie it up. All right, to route it back over here and hook it up to this wire bundle here, wire harness, you might want to have to go ahead and disconnect your power windows and see if you can route it behind it like that. Here we go. Here's your speaker, so let it hang out because you're going to need that back. Here we go, reconnect that. All right, now we're going to take all this and we're going to zip tie it back away from this window track, and we'll get this wiring harness down here and we'll zip tie it on the inside too and on the outside over here. All right, we got everything all zip tied back. Might want to push that one back a little bit more though, just in case. We got our boost module wired up here, so it's not going to be getting in the mirror. Got our window motor hooked back up again. Let's go ahead and get these off. Let's get the speakers in and get the door panels back on. Get your your dust shield, moisture shield, whatever they want to call it, back on. And there's some little dimples here. These are for these alignments right here. There's one on the back and then there's one on the front. Don't forget to feed this through and feed your light through from the back over here. So once you get that, then you can go ahead and install your speaker. All right, got it connected up. Stick that in there. That in there like that, and then screw your 4 screws down. Okay, they are 7/32 or 5.5 millimeter. Put your little clutch on low. You don't strip them out. Like that one. Okay, there we go. All right, now we got to do is we got to get the door panel back on here. First thing you need to do is go ahead and put this little light harness back into your door. Next thing you need to do is you need to route the lock through here. All right, so once we get that in there, then there's a bunch of little tabs on the back that need to go into the little holes. These little hook tabs right here, right there. They go through these little things and then into the door, into those, and they're all over the place. Make sure they're in, hooked, and then you drop the door down. Pull your wiring up. I'm sorry, before you do that though. Oh man, there we go. Alright, once you get the door panel seated good, go ahead and drop your light bulb in there. You're going to put this 9/32 screw back in here. There we go. Put your open door lens back on. There we go. Alright. Right there. That's for your locks right here. Feed this side in, this little tab under here. Push it in there like that. And stick that in like that. There we go. Alright, this door is done. Alrighty, let's get the driver's door on. Remember we had the little thingies right here. Line that little hole over that little nipple in the door. Bring your wire loom through. Another nipple over here, line that up on that one. And then just make sure everything's lined up good. Light through here. Alright, after you get your water shield back on, go ahead and stick your speaker back in. There's 4 screws. Put the clutch on like 1. Or just be real careful. Or do it by hand. There you go. Alright, now let's get the door panel on. Alright, to get your door panel on, first just kind of set it up here like this. Wiggle it up and down a little bit. Run your hand along the bottom. Make sure everything's all the way in. Let's get our light bulb in and our screw down there. There we go. Screw in this hole. Now let's put the control panel in. Mirror control, main power, rear control. This little tab right here goes under here. Stuff it into there like that. Make sure your wires are in. Put it in here. If you have a water shield, go ahead and put it on. Mine's been long gone. And give it a pop. Let's get the rest of the panels put in the truck. All right, let's get this little side kick panel piece back in. There's a couple of tabs right here. That go into these holes right here. So just take this, set it right here, up under here, slide it this way, and line up those little tabs, and there you go. Push this in over this way. Grab this little piece right here, stick it in the hole, tap this down too, right there, so this locks into this piece. So now we got to get the little piece that goes up, covers all this up in here. Okay, now this trim piece here, it's got a little hole right here for support in the back, and it goes on this bolt right back here. Line it up on that hole in the back. There we go, just like that. See, it's in there now. It's in that hole. And then we take these little pieces that came out, and we line the holes up here, and we shove them up in here, just like that. There's 2. There's one here, and then there's one up over here. There we go. These little plastic screws, they go in there, go right inside the little holes. Screw them in with a screwdriver. You can go mostly with your hand. There you go. All right, there we go. All right, this little lip right here goes up under here like that. Okay, we got our trash thing installed. If you pulled this out so that when the glove box was open during your wire routing, don't forget to put the glove box light back in, and it goes horizontal. Go ahead and push that back in there like that. This one in there like this. All right, to get the clamshell back on, we have to go ahead and pull this out. And what you do is you stick your key in, rotate it all the way to the on position, and there's this little tiny hole right here. Wiggle the tumbler in and out, and it comes out. So we're on the other side now. Grab the steering wheel, grab the clamshell, feed it up over the end right here, aim it down, put this corner in first. There we go. Keep playing with it, and it will go down. There we go. Now these little tabs right here, you see this little spot right here? That's where the screw goes. You need to lift them up and get them in there. Stick your key in there and rotate it like that, and then we're going to go ahead and stick this in. Okay, just grab your key. You got to stick this part in first, and you might have to push down on the clamshell. There you go. And you can rotate it out and get your key out. Now to get the bottom clamshell on, you need to go ahead and push this all the way back up. And there was a wire back in here that was causing part of the problem, me not getting this on. A little black wire. I don't know if you can see it right here. So I just had to push it back over there. And then I was able to get it in there and it would stay. You're going to have to pull this one off. Get your clamshell. And the side with the slot is going to go up here like this. And it'll snap in. Go ahead and stick your screws in here. There you go. Just snug them. Don't over tighten them because you don't want to strip the plastic in there. Go ahead and stick this in and just snug it down. Now you can pull it back and test it. There you go. All right, to get the lower panel on, you need to have this groove down. Go ahead and put this little tab in here like that. There you go. You just take these and you twist them. You can use your thumbnail to get them. And let's see, there's one right here, and there's one right here. Just push it in and use your thumbnail and twist it. There you go. All right, now that we have everything all back together and looking good, all the door panels, all the kick panels, everything's installed. Now we can go ahead and test it out. All right, guys, here's the BoostAuto mirrors. Notice how bright they are in the blink or the side markers, the park lights. Both sides here. Look how bright they are. Let's go ahead and put the blinkers on. All right, here's the blinkers. But let's go ahead and test out these mirrors. You got to put them in the left side over here, and then you hit them twice left and twice right, and then you can do what you want to them. Like if you want to telescope out, you push it to the left, and if you want to telescope in, you push it to the right. And you can fold them by pulling back, and see the nice bright lights. Boy, those things are bright at night. And then go out, go that way, just push forward. And to get out of it, you can either hit it twice again, or you can just wait like 10 seconds and it'll go away. So I hope you guys enjoy the mirrors. And if you want it set, just go ahead, and that's the beep to shut it off. If you want to set, go ahead and go over to BoostAuto and check them out there. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm sorry it was so long, but there was really a whole lot going on in here, and I thought it best that I show everything as much as I could, because a lot of people said that they didn't want to do this upgrade for the 99-01 because of just all the wiring and everything involved, and it was kind of hard. So thought it would make a comprehensive video for all you Ford truck fans out there that had the 99-01. Also hope you're enjoying this view as much as I am. It's beautiful out here on the lake. But anyways, if you learned something in the video and you found it useful for these mirrors or any other mirror of its style, please give me a thumbs up for all the hard work I put into this. It was quite extensive and a lot of work. So God bless you all, and keep on, yeah. Bye.